Welcome to the Transform You Live show. I'm Marcus Hart, and today we're diving into a topic that's gripping millions of Americans right now: election anxiety. Are you sick of it too? With the election day around the corner, and it is around the corner, many of us are feeling the impact of our mental health. In fact, a recent survey from Forbes Health, get that. Are you ready for it? They found that 61% of Americans report stress and anxiety, which is directly related to the upcoming election. It don't matter who you like. It don't matter who you don't like. But there is 61% of Americans, that's more than half, that are reporting this stress and anxiety. And it's related to this election. And it's not just one age group. It spans across Gen Z, millennials, I'm one of those, and Gen X, and even with the younger generations reporting a heightened level of stress. Even the little babies. Can you believe that? The little babies are feeling it too. So we're going to break down what's really happening and why this anxiety hits so hard. Like pounding away at everybody, making us just go crazy. And most importantly, give you the tools that you need most and the techniques that you need most to manage that stress and maintain your mental well-being. So if you're like me and like many others, and you've been struggling with the tension around you, okay? People are out of their minds nowadays. Know that you're not alone at all. And there are practical steps that you can take to protect yourself and also reach a heightened level of peace and mind, which we all need. We about to get into it, y'all.
And we'll be right back. Come with me, let's rap. Take a trip and we back. And we'll be right back. I stand for what you stand for. Hey, I get on the mic and I transform. Follow me on this world tour. The asteroid that you can't avoid. Follow me.
Welcome back. So what is election anxiety? Let's start by understanding what election anxiety is, all right? I think that's the first important step to go down these steps. This is the type of stress that comes from uncertainty, division, and intense emotions tied to elections. We're constantly bombarded with headlines, news updates, debates, and sometimes intense discussions in our personal lives. So this year, 2024, political messaging has been in complete overdrive. Just think about all the money that they're spending. They spending tons of money. I heard one report that it's tipping near the $1 billion. I don't know how true that is, but hey, let's get back to it. But for many, the polarization feels stronger than ever. And in the Forbes Health survey, participants who participated reported symptoms like a hard time sleeping, increased irritability, social withdrawal, and even physical signs like headaches and muscle tension. Matter of fact, let me get my little stretch here. All right. And it's not just affecting one group of another. Okay, you might think is that it's just this group and that group and that group, but no. So respectfully, almost everybody. 66% of Gen Z, 64% of millennials, and 63% of Gen X report struggling with election-related stress. These numbers tell us that this stress is impacting our daily lives. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Now, if you're feeling like me and the election has gotten you all just, feeling crazy, then our unique blend of mental health and spiritual coaching will empower you It's going to help you master your peace, your inner peace, because you need a lot of it during these days. You're going to overcome intrusive thoughts, manage overwhelming emotions, and find lasting calm. And best of all, with more and more consistency, you can heal from PTSD or other trauma. Develop that resilience, break free from the past, and create a future filled with hope, unlike some of the hope that's promised in this election. Discover your life's mission. Maybe you want to uncover your true purpose and align your actions with your deepest of values. Well, our program includes structured video lessons to help you gain clarity and master proven coping strategies. It includes engaging exercise to go beyond simple prompts and tackle your unique challenges head on. And we even got a supportive online community where you don't have to worry about all of the division and polarization that's going on. You can connect with peers who truly understand your journey. And then, best of all, we got bonus resources for you. Downloadable worksheets and expert guided meditations. One-on-one coaching, which is personalized to give you the acceleration in your transformation. And let's not forget about the group coaching and webinars. Those are going to rapidly help you unlock personal development in a dynamic setting that you need. Don't wait another day to start living a life of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. For a limited time, we're offering our life-changing coaching program at an incredible price. That's less than the cost of a single therapy section. I got the description in the episode description. I got the link in the episode description to learn more and to claim your spot. Your transformation awaits. Okay, we're back after those messages, and I greatly apologize for the interruption. Like I had the maintenance people coming in, changing my filters, and they, cleaning the vents and all type of crazy stuff. But regardless of the fact, let's get back to what we were talking about. Let me just rephrase you about reframe you back to like the numbers on those reporting struggling with election-related stress. 66% of Gen Z, 64% of millennials, and 63% of Gen X report struggling with election-related stress. And like I said, these numbers tell us that stress is impacting our daily lives, okay? And the lives of those around us. It's only getting more intense as election day draws closer. Matter of fact, come closer as I get to you, as I try to get through to you and tell you about the next part, the psychological impact. So why does this election anxiety have a profound effect on us? Part of it is because as humans, we have an innate need. We have an innate need for security and stability. When our political environment, and if we want to call it a political environment nowadays, but whenever it feels unstable, it triggers the same type of fight or flight responses that any stressful situation would, like a tense work deadline or a personal conflict. Think of that. And when we experience these feelings for an extended period of time, oftentimes it can lead to chronic stress. Like I said, man, I've been feeling it, and those who are deeply engaged in this is feeling it too. In fact, experts say our brains can start to see political opposition as a threat. Think about the rhetoric. Okay? This means political arguments might feel more personal than they actually are. Let me say it again. Political arguments might feel more personal than they actually are. That's why we often see increased tension in family gatherings, friendships, and even workplaces. People who would normally be able to have a simple, calm discussion might find themselves triggered. It's one of our favorite words right there, or defensive. And that can create, my friends, a cycle of stress and strain. So, if you're feeling like it's hard, really hard to have these conversations, you're not alone. Okay. And from the numbers, we can see that more than half of the country in each age group is reporting it. Many people are navigating these challenges right now. They are now navigating challenges that they may not even be aware of. That's why I'm bringing you the information today. So how can we recognize the signs of anxiety? There's ways to do this, people. And now that I laid out the broader impact of election anxiety, I think is really crucial to recognize the signs of stress in yourself. And then if you can recognize stress in yourself, you can help others as well recognize their signs of stress. Mental health experts suggest watching for symptoms like the following. Let's run through them one by one. Feeling constantly on edge or irritable. Does that sound familiar? Having trouble sleeping or experiencing changes in your sleep pattern. I mean, think about it, man. It's going to be people that's going to be up to 2 a.m, just trying to catch the next news story for the next couple of days. Another one is withdrawing from social interactions or want to isolate yourself. And you're going to do that anyways, just from like the division that all of this has taught us. But on a more serious note, you're going to withdraw, okay, because of the stress. Physical symptoms like headaches, tense muscles, or even digestive issues, okay? These signs are all indications that your body is under stress. A ton of it. If you notice these symptoms in yourself, don't feel bad. It's okay to acknowledge them. It's okay that it is a challenging time right now. That's the first step. In fact, it's also helpful to recognize these signs in loved ones, as I explained earlier. Because election anxiety, friends, it can create unexpected strain on relationships. Man, family members and friends, though we love them, okay? They might feel tension that they haven't expressed. It's important to have empathy. You got to have empathy. So having empathy and understanding during this season is key. A lot of people might not want to do it. They might be reluctant to, but it's a charge to you to do so, Transformers. Now we want to get off and talk about practical ways to cope with election anxiety. All right, so let's get to the part where we take action. Knowing that election anxiety is real is one thing, but learning to manage it is another. There are some specific strategies to help you reduce that anxiety and build resilience. First of all, limiting media consumption. Who would figure, right? One of the biggest contributors to election anxiety is media over. News, social media, and even conversations around us can amplify stress. Try limiting your media intake to certain times of the day, focusing on reputable, balanced sources. This can create healthy boundaries and help you stay informed without feeling overwhelmed. Engage in supportive conversations. Surround yourself with people who provide understanding and support, not judgment. Avoid debates. Avoid heated discussions with people who might escalate you to stress. Okay? Instead, what you want to do, you want to talk to people who offer a safe space and avoid triggering topics. Okay? So, you know what your side is. Stick with your side. Talk to politics with your side. Practice self-care daily. Activities like journaling, meditation, and exercise are essential for mental well-being. I talk about meditation all the time. I talk about journaling all the time. That's one of my hallmarks of things that really work for me. I exercise daily. So, but these simple actions are really good. You can go for a walk, practice deep breathing if you're not too big on meditation. Breathing is really good. I am a big fan of box breathing. Or you can do a quick workout, which can make a huge difference in helping you to release build up tension. And of course, if you got a chance, seek professional help if needed. Sometimes election anxiety can trigger deeper mental health challenges that may be pre-existing already, like anxiety or depression. So if you're already dealing with anxiety, if you're already dealing with depression, you're going to become more anxious and more depressed. So you don't want to hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional if you need the support. Therapy can offer coping tools that help you manage emotions more efficiently and effectively. And of course, if you was to hire a mental health coach or Christian life coach, that's something that I offer. I got programming for that. Um, feel free to look in the episode description that, you can find that and schedule a consultation with me. But it's also important to focus on your values and actions. Those are the things you can control most. You can control your actions, you can control your values. It's easy to feel like you don't have any power, like powerless during the election season. But one thing about it is you can regain control by focusing on what aligns with your values. Educate yourself on the issues that matter to you and take action where you can, whether that's through voting, volunteering, or advocating for change in your community. When you align your actions with your values, you may find that some of the tension is replaced by a sense of purpose. And by the way, if you're feeling purposeful right now and the information that I'm giving you right now is helping you, don't you smash that like button right now. Smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's talk about these relationships in the conversations a little bit more. Now, when it comes to managing relationships during the stressful time, the Forbes Health Study highlighted that almost half of Americans feel anxious about upcoming family gatherings because of potential political conversations. Here are some tips for navigating these relationships. Number one, set some boundaries. If you're going into a family gathering or social event, it's okay to set boundaries ahead of time. Let loved ones know that you prefer to avoid political discussions and feel free to change the subject if things start to get heated. Number two, create your exit plan. If you feel uncomfortable during the conversation, it's okay to excuse yourself, whether it's going for a walk, stepping outside for a breather, or shifting the conversation. You have the right to protect your peace, people. Do not feel like you're trapped. Next thing, practice empathy. Remember that people around you are likely experiencing their own forms of election stress too. So practicing empathy, even when you disagree, can help diffuse tension. Sometimes acknowledging another person's feelings without agreeing can be enough to keep things peaceful. Next thing, focus on shared values. When talking to family or friends, try to find some common ground. Focusing on shared values like family, community, or love for one another. That can help out with the political differences, put it into bigger perspective. At the end of the day, we're all people trying to navigate this together. And you got to have love, and hang on to love and let that be the thing that anchor you, when it comes to relationships. Election season can feel like a storm, but remember, this too shall pass, people. This too shall pass. As challenging as it is, we have the opportunity to build resilience, learn to manage the stress, and find peace amidst the noise. Focusing on your mental well-being isn't just a personal journey. It's something that can also strengthen our communities. At the Transform You Live show, we believe in the power of community, mental resilience, and personal empowerment. We're here to support you, offer guidance, and help you transform anxiety into resilience. By taking proactive steps, connecting with others in a supportive space, we can navigate this season together. So I thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Transform You Live show. If you found this helpful, please give us a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. And if you like me, if you got thinking in your head, everybody needs this. I don't know anybody who don't need to skip this. Don't forget to check out our other episodes for more content on mental wellness, personal growth, and transformative insights to help you navigate life challenges. We're here all the time to guide you every step of the way. Stay grounded, stay empowered, and remember, you have the power to transform your experience. See you next time. Many blessings, peace, and lots of love.
I stand for what you stand for. I'm at your door like the landlord. I can see the future, yeah, I fast forward. I get on the mic and I transform. Follow me, I'm in rare form. Follow me on this world tour. The asteroid that you can't avoid.